Good morning, YouTube. Today is Saturday, May the 8th, and got a little fishing video. Hopefully got a little fishing video coming for you today. Found a couple public fishing ponds. They're a little bit of ways away from where I live, but we're gonna try to get some fishing done today. Gonna go clean out the vehicular real quick, and then we'll be back at you here after a while. We got to go pick Josh up. Caleb's not going to be here with us today, which sucks, but it'll be okay. Caleb will be with us in our hearts. We'll see y'all here in a little bit. What's up, y'all? We're back at you. We got Josh and Brian and Angie with us. We're out here at Bass Pro Shops in Bristol at the Pinnacle, and they got a little fishing pond out here. We're gonna try to catch us some bass and bluegill. Y'all stick with us, check it out.
All right, what are we running today?
What we're running today, we got a underspin jig head. Realistic looking. I'm assuming it didn't say a specific color or anything, but I'm assuming it kind of halfway looks like a rainbow trout. And we're on the back for the plastics, we're running a Guggen Baits 3.5-inch swim bait. Normally in kind of cooler weather or whatever, bass like to hug the bottom, so that's what we're doing. We're taking and bumping this off the bottom a little bit and swimming it and seeing if we can't trigger a strike. Bass right now are spawning. They started spawning in the beginning of March, so they were up in the shallows, but they should be coming off the spawn this month here in May. So because the weather is still a little bit cool, the water temperatures are a little bit cool, we're trying to bottom fish a little bit because I don't think they'd be hitting anything top water. I'm going to give it a try just because I love fishing top water, but mainly what we're going to be doing is bottom fishing. See if we can't trigger some strikes from bass and other various fish species. So y'all stick with us. Basically all I'm doing is I'm throwing it out, I'm letting it hit the bottom, and then just twitch it a little bit every once in a while. Try to mimic like a injured bait fish. Good nightingale, Brian. Yeah, just taking, bumping it off the bottom. And I really don't think they're wanting a swim bait right now. I've been fishing this swim bait probably about the past 10 minutes, and I had one hit, and then I threw it right back in the same spot, and then it felt like the same hit again. So I think I might be hitting some kind of underwater structure or whatever. It could be hitting the water line for the fountain. But we're gonna try this for a couple more minutes and see what it does. Just real slow. Take and bump it a few times. Let it hit back at the bottom, reel up the slack. Bump it a few more times. And we're right here at the bank. Dang, this pond's deeper than I thought it was. This pond's way deeper than I thought it was. Did you have a hit? Did you? Fish it a little bit faster than that.
So what have they got on their rods? Do you know?
Angie is running a little dark colored spinner, smaller dark colored spinner. just pretty much just dragging it across the bottom a little bit, and just to get the blades to spinning. It's a spinnerbait for crappie, but smaller bass and bluegill and crappie and stuff like that, they'll bite it. I've caught bass on stuff like that, and Brian is running. You're running a chatterbait now? He was running a small jerkbait.
Honestly, what I've got is so old I forget what it is.
Yeah, that's a chatterbait. Brian's running a chatterbait with a little swim minnow on the back of it. Chatterbaits are good. They make a lot of noise. They shine a lot. And bass are just like raccoons. They like shiny stuff. But this right here makes a good little bit of noise. So, how are you fishing? You reeling?
A little bit slow reel, occasional tug.
Okay, so pretty much he's bottom fishing it just like what we're doing.
Because that bait, that weight's really heavy on it.
Yeah.
That goes straight to the bottom.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You want it to go straight to the bottom. Pretty much same thing, bottom fishing, just trying to mimic an injured bait fish. So, I mean, I'm feeling the bait, and that's really, really cold. So I'm assuming that the bass are gonna be down deep if they're not still up in the shallow spawning. So I'm gonna try bottom fishing for a little while. I'm gonna switch baits here in just a second. I think I'm gonna try a Ned rig or a drop shot here in just a few minutes. But yeah, that's what we're using right now. Y'all just stick with us. We're gonna try to see if we can't get some action going on. But yeah, y'all stay with us. Hopefully we'll have y'all some fish here in just a little bit. Slight bird nest. Yeah. Comes with fishing bait casters with fluorocarbon line on it. When I bought this line, I had no idea it was freaking fluorocarbon, and it's one of the hardest lines to tie a knot in. But once you get it, it's not really all that bad. The upside to fishing fluorocarbon is it is almost completely invisible in the water, and it stretches a lot. So if you have a big fish on light line, then you're more likely to catch him and not have him pop the line. You got some ducks swimming over here. Hey babe, don't hook the duck. Yes. There it is. Duck confit, not duck confit. Duck corn feet. Alright.
Quack Urson.
Yeah, oh man, them greenheads, them the things making my critter finger rip. Hey Brian, you wanna go back hunting? I switched to a Ned rig. This is a just a Ned head with a Guggen Baits rattling Ned. You probably won't be able to hear it on camera because it's really loud out here because of that fountain, but it's just a little Ned rig, bottom fishing rig. This weight is really heavy, so it goes straight to the bottom, and when it hits the bottom, it stands up like this. And then when you bounce it, it just up and down like that. So we can take and bounce this off the bottom, see if we can't trigger a bass. All right, we just switched baits.
Again?
Yeah, again. We got a Guggen Baits rattling chunk in the green pumpkin color. It's just real dark green with black flake in it. And it rattles just like that rattling Ned rig I showed you just a little while ago. And we got it on a 3/16 ounce shaky head jig head. So we're gonna try to take and bump this off the bottom. This makes a little bit more noise than that Ned rig. And I took and put the Ned rig on Brian's rod. So he's gonna try that and just bump it off the bottom. But yeah, we're gonna give this a shot real quick and see what we can do with it. Ooh, that thing's heavy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, y'all, we just had a little bit of a technical mishap. I lost my Ned rig. But what we got here now is we got us a little drop shot rig going with a Guggen Baits drag and drop and green pumpkin pearl with a little 3/16 ounce drop shot weight and a size number 1 drop shot hook. All it does is you tie it to the top of the hook with your main line, and it's a swivel. And then on the bottom of the swivel, you tie a little bit of a, I guess a leader if you want to call it that, to the drop shot weight. And this sits on the bottom and the worm floats. And I just tested it out in the freaking water, and this worm goes absolutely nuts when you twitch it. So we're gonna give this a shot and see if we can't send a bass nuts. Let's try it.
Oh yeah, I can see it a little bit.
All right, y'all, we pretty much got skunked out here at the pond at Bass Pro Shops. We're gonna go ahead and grab up all our gear and go get some lunch, and then I think we're gonna go hit Steel Creek, another spot here in Bristol. It's like a 52-acre lake, and it's got a big walking trail that goes all the way around. It's a really cool looking place. Yeah, when we get over there to Steel Creek, we'll pick you back up then. Y'all stay tuned. What's up, y'all? Coming back at you. We are at Steel Creek Park here in Bristol. Got a little bit of more fishing action for you. What I'm using is what's called a blade bait. It's real skinny, but it's weighted down here at the bottom and on the head. And the color of it's called Fire Tiger. Real orangey on the bottom and green and yellow with black stripes. Got 2 treble hooks, and apparently bass like these very much when it's colder weather, because they dive down real deep and real fast. So we're gonna give this a try. Angie's got on another little chartreuse spinner, and I'm not sure what Brian's fishing with. I think he's fishing with a spinner too, but we're gonna try to give these bass the devil, see if we can catch something. Y'all stick with us. All right, y'all, we're gonna throw a couple frogs because there's a falling down tree over here, and we fixing to go try to snatch us a bass. See, that is just perfect, Brian. I'm gonna put it. Look at all the turtles right there, dude. See all the turtles on the log? Good night.
I might be able to zoom in. And
Yeah, you might. Let's try to get back here in this corner and see if we can't pull something like this corner. All right, y'all. We ended up getting skunked out there at Steel Creek as well. Seen a couple fish, couldn't get hooked up. There's actually some really good cover out there. I think the water conditions is what was bad. The water was still pretty cold, but I think here's we're gonna wrap it up. So if y'all are enjoying the content, like, share, and subscribe, and just stay tuned, y'all. We're gonna make some stuff happen. I mean, it's a little bit tough fishing right now because of the weather, but y'all stay tuned with us, and we'll see y'all again here shortly for another video. Take it easy.